The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
This is Christine Langley with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, and I want to welcome you to creating an invoice or sales receipt in QuickBooks, the desktop version. The Wyoming Women's Business Center is a nonprofit organization that assists individuals who want to start or expand small businesses, specifically in the state of Wyoming. And we do that through three distinct programs. The first is business training and counseling. The second is access to capital through our microloan program and individual development accounts programs. And the third is our professional artist development center. This QuickBooks training series is brought to you by our microloan program, which was started to provide access to funds for those that are unable to get business loans through traditional means. So if you'd like more information on our microloan program, please contact Waldo Smith. And now I'd like to turn it over to Cade with Capital Clarity Company. Welcome, Cade.
Hi, thanks for having us today, Christine. So in this video, we're going to be showing you how to create an invoice or a sales receipt in QuickBooks Desktop. With that, so invoices and sales receipts are similar functions. The major difference is when is the payment collected. If a payment is to be collected at a later date, an invoice is the appropriate sales form to use. If the payment is collected at the point of sale, a sales receipt is the appropriate sales form to use. After opening up your QuickBooks Desktop file, to create invoices, you're going to click on the icon Create Invoices under the Customer section of the home page. You can also create an invoice by navigating to the Customers drop-down menu at the top of the screen and select Create Invoices from there. Select the customer to which you will be providing the invoices from the drop-down menu at the top of the page. If your customer has not been created, you can create a new customer by selecting Add New. Enter the new customer's name and relevant information in the new customer screen, and then you can select OK. In the first row under the item column, select one of your products or services. Enter a quantity of those and alter the item description as desired. You can also adjust the rate. And additional items can be added to the invoice as necessary. You can also add a message or a memo to the invoice using your input boxes at the lower left-hand side of the page. Once all the items have been added and appear correct, you can choose print or email to provide the invoice to your customer. To close the invoice, click Save and Close at the bottom of the page. When you receive a payment on an outstanding invoice from your customer, you will need to record the payment in QuickBooks. Click the icon for Receive Payments under the Customer section of the home page. You can also record a payment by navigating to the Customer's drop-down menu at the top of the screen and select Receive Payments. Select the customer for which you are receiving a payment from in the Received From field. At this point in time, you're going to enter the payment amount and the date of the payment the payment was received. If the payment received is a check, it's always a good practice to enter the check number in the field titled Reference Number. Select all of the invoices that are being paid with this payment using the checkmark column at the far left. You may have to use this because sometimes customers pay multiple invoices in one check. So then at that point in time, once those are selected, you would hit Complete the payment by selecting the Save and Close button at the bottom of the page. To create a sales receipt, click the icon for Sales Receipt under the Customer section of the home page. You can also create a sales receipt by navigating to the Customer's drop-down menu at the top of the screen and select Enter Sales Receipts. Select the customers to which you will be providing the sales receipt from the drop-down menu at the top of the page. If your customer has not been created, you will create a new customer similar to the same way you did through invoicing in the Add New feature. At that point in time, you can enter the new customer's name, etc., all that, and then in the first row under the item column, you'd select whatever product at that service for the sales receipt, enter the quantity, alter the price, the item description, etc. And then rate, you can change it if you need to, and then add additional items to the sales receipt as necessary. You can also add a message to this, just like we did in the invoice, in the lower left-hand side of the page. Once all items have been added and appear correct, you can either print or email this to your customer. To close the sales receipt, I would select Save and Close at the bottom of the page then, and then the final step in this process is to record your bank deposit. So at that point in time, to record a bank deposit, you're going to select the icon for Record Deposits in the banking section of the homepage. You can also record deposits by navigating to the banking drop-down menu at the top of the screen and select Make Deposits. If you're depositing multiple checks cash at once, select the corresponding payments from the Payments to Deposit dialog box. Select the bank account to which you're making the deposit in the left-hand corner of the screen. Enter the deposit rate and provide a memo for the deposit. Make sure that the total of the deposit in the QuickBooks matches the total on your deposit receipt that you received from your bank. At that point in time, that kind of covers sales receipts and sales invoices. And I'm going to thank you for watching our video, and I'm going to be turning this back over to Christine.
Thanks, Cade. So the Wyoming Women's Business Center gets its funding and is made possible primarily from the Wyoming Business Council, as well as the U.S. Small Business Administration. And so we're thankful for the support and guidance of our partners. On the next screen, we have our contact information if you'd like to get in touch with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, and our microlending director, again, is Waldo Smith. Thanks so much for attending our QuickBooks training series.